Hey guys, welcome back to the channel McNallie Money, your home of all things stock, investment, and personal finance related. In today's video, we're going to be profiling a company by the name of Safe Green Development Corporation. This one came to me in the form of a subscriber request. There's a number of key updates and projects going on with the organization right now that we want to discuss in today's video. Before we do though, please take a second, hit the like button, you guys. It's a big help to myself and the channel. If you're not already subscribed, McNallie Money, feel free to join and let us know in the comments section below if you've heard of this company before, if you're currently holding shares, and your thoughts on the modular home or modular construction industry overall. Now with that being said, let's get into today's video. Okay guys, so that's right. Today's video, we're going to be providing coverage on Safe Green Development Corporation, trades on the NASDAQ in the United States under the ticker SGD. Now this is as of close on Monday, October 7th. You can see down 11.5% on the day. We'll talk about why that was in a second here. 3 cents per share to close out the session, just north of 23 cents. Now, Safe Green Development Corporation did manage to claw back about 2% of that after hours, so it'll be interesting to see where they open on Tuesday's morning. Now, if we continue to scroll down, as I just alluded to, SGD DevCo has just announced a 1-to-20 reverse stock split, so there's definitely some action going on in terms of the shares this week. And if we quickly take a look at this article, which came out on Friday of last week, Safe Green Development Corporation will be moving forward with their final split ratio of 1-to-20, which was approved by the board and to be effective on October 8th. So just to give some insight into that price action we saw during yesterday's trading. Now, outside of the share structure itself, if we jump over to the corporate website, safeandgreenholdings.com, I'll leave this one linked in the video description below if you'd like to go in and take a closer look for yourself. Under Overview, you can see Safe Green Holdings Corp is a leading developer, designer, and fabricator of modular structures, meeting the growing demand for safe and green construction. The company creates purpose-built, prefabricated modules from wood, steel, and shipping containers into supreme structures. Offering a product that typically exceeds the building code requirements, SGH Corp enables developers, architects, builders, and owners to achieve greener construction, faster execution, which is critical in a lot of situations, and stronger buildings of higher value and extended life. Now we're going to talk about some of their applications or use cases, specifically of importance given recent events. Are the applications designed to meet safe and sustainable housing needs, particularly in hurricane and earthquake prone zones? So a great example of how these safe and green modular products can be used to help people in need as well. Now each container is a building block module that can be arranged in virtually any snacking configuration to create the spaces and volumes needed. So we're actually going to watch a video next from Safe Green Holdings Corp that does a better job of visualizing exactly what this means. Now to date, the company has already completed projects for the U.S. Army, Navy, Department of Veteran Affairs, City of Santa Monica, Port of Houston Authority, not to mention a number of key corporate clients as well, including HGTV, Equinox, Lacoste, Marriott Hotels and Resorts, Mini Cooper, and even Starbucks. Now they say a picture says 1,000 words, so I figured a video would be even better. This is a great introductory 1-minute video to exactly what you can expect from Safe Green. So as you can see, these are not your typical or standard entry-level modular buildings or units. These are complex, architecturally impressive buildings that harness those same principles around ESG, speed, quality, and ultimately price point that allow SG Development Corp to really stand out among their peers. Now, SG Dev Corp is the real estate development focused arm of Safe Green Holdings Corp, with their thesis of development or business plan to build strong, innovative, and green single or multifamily projects across all income and asset classes. So that's exactly what we just saw in that video. Now, interestingly, SGD Dev Corp targets moderate to higher price developments and caters to the need of targeted sites. The developments are constructed using modular builds in one of our vertically integrated factories, which we're going to look at in a second, operated by SG Echo. And again, we'll look at these business units in a second. In addition to the development projects, the company is also building additional strategically placed manufacturing facilities to support their pipeline of over 4,000 units. And here you can see some of the key takeaways, including up to 50% reduced construction waste, obviously benefiting overall cost of the project, reduced construction energy, reduced shipping emissions by up to 90%, reduced energy and carbon in life cycle, less noise pollution to nearby communities, obviously a much shorter building time, up to 50% shorter, and a number of other key benefits listed here. Now, in terms of their current projects, again, you can see the quality of these development opportunities, really in stark contrast to what I think of inherently when I think of modular construction, with various different models also including pool, bar, and multi-story design opportunities. Now, they also offer commercial solutions, so you can see some of the more commercial designed or oriented buildings here. Again, providing the same benefits as you'd get on the residential side, but catering to those corporate clients we learned about earlier. Now, I mentioned a second ago about their manufacturing division, SG Echo. If you go into the What We Do section of the website, you can see there's 4 distinct categories, which we'll now talk through in a little bit more detail. So they've got a variety of these modular manufacturing facilities within the SG Echo umbrella. They're a made-in-America manufacturer with industry-leading processes and machinery, not to mention a highly skilled team that they consider to be their best asset, making a huge difference or acting as a key differentiator again against any peers in the space. Now, it's interesting as you continue to scroll down, you can see some of the commercial opportunities, including hospitality, temporary structures for things like natural disasters, restaurants, and even military applications. They've got their development projects. So these are the multifamily residential units, which we looked at a little bit earlier. And interestingly enough, a variety of different offerings to suit the medical needs or industry as well, allowing fast deployment and immediate access to communities that may need these services. And with that being said, we recently got 2 pieces of news related to some project updates. The first came on September 4th, talking about Safe Green Development Corporation developing an eco-friendly retail outlet on an 18-acre property through a joint venture structure. Now, this is going to be in partnership with Milk and Honey LLC, a Texas-based real estate development firm. The 18-acre property is going to be converted into an eco-friendly retail outlet using the shipping container design. And this is just one recent example of the commercial opportunities for Safe and Green. Now, on the residential side of things, we also received a recent update coming out on August 15th, talking about Safe and Green developing or acquiring 22 single-family lots in South Texas. Now, these are all within a single subdivision where they already happen to own 5 lots. And this is really in support of S&G's goal of capitalizing on the rapid growth they're seeing in and around the Rio Grande Valley and looking for lots that are ready for what they call vertical construction, aiming to efficiently meet the demands of customers while generating substantial revenue for the business. So another great example of a large-scale project that's coming online for Safe and Green Development Corporation. Now, earlier we mentioned some of their key clients and partners, so this is a visual representation of that information. Again, you can see some of the biggest government organizations in the world, including the U.S. Department of Defense and the United States Southern Command. In addition to those key corporate clients, including Verizon, the NBA, Taco Bell, Marriott, Starbucks, as we mentioned, and even Lacoste. Now, modular and container-based construction is something I've always been interested in. As a huge fan of Lego growing up, it seems like a very logical way to build buildings, especially in situations where time, resources, or cost are a factor. And as you can see on this slide, the manufacturing segment offers a number of key benefits because of this modular and container-based construction format. So again, you can see strong, fast, and green being represented under the key benefits. In terms of the strength of these buildings, because they're containers, they're engineered to self-center, they lock into place when stacked, and they're factory produced, providing greater quality of construction or consistency between the containers. Now, in terms of the speed, these containers are already known as what's squared which means significant time savings in the construction process. And because you're able to cut down on construction time by up to 50%, which we talked about on that prior slide, builders can actually save time and money and deliver a structure faster to the end user. Again, very critical in a lot of these use case situations. Now, the final pillar here is the green or sustainability side of things. Because these are repurposed containers, they're essentially being recycled and provide a great offset towards the development's carbon footprint. Once again, the modular construction allows for energy savings and efficient waste management compared to traditional construction. And we've actually recently seen recycled shipping containers approved by the ICC, really strengthening and supporting the case that companies like Safe Green Development Corp are making for these products. Now, the final piece I wanted to leave you guys with is just a look at the leadership team or executive team at Safe Green. Paul Galvin is the chairman and CEO. He actually came into this position through a reverse merger they did with CDSI Holdings. He's got over 30 years experience developing and managing real estate, including real estate condominiums, luxury sales, and market rate and affordable rental projects, along with a long list of prior work experience, educational background, and industry connections, making him a valuable asset to Safe Green and the management team. So with that being said, you guys, this is definitely one you may want to take a look at if you're looking for exposure to real estate, development, or the fabrication side of the modular housing industry. There's a lot going on at Safe Green in terms of upcoming projects and share structure changes. So again, worth taking a closer look. I'll leave the corporate website linked in the video description below. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts, specifically if you're already holding shares of Safe Green or any of their competitors in this space. If you're still watching the video at this point, hopefully you found some value, so make sure you hit the like button. It really does help get this content to other people like you who may find value. And if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, McNallie Money, feel free to join. We're nearly at 46,000 subscribers, which is absolutely mind-blowing, and we'd love to have you as part of the community. That's all for now. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.